Here's the number one thing you need before you're ready to get into a relationship. Now, you may be thinking all these things, but I'm telling you, it's none of those things you're thinking about. It's not that you have a good character or you have integrity. It's not that you have a stable financial situation. It's not even that you have a relationship with God or that you know God. Yes, you got that right. It's not even that you have a relationship with God, because there are many Christian relationships that are still falling apart every single day. These people know God and yet it's not working. It's not that you have integrity. It's not that you have financial situations. There are people every single day in relationships with all these qualities, but yet they are still failing. So what is the most important thing you need before you're ready to get into a relationship? Pay close attention and don't rush to jump to conclusion. That thing you need is yourself. Yes, the number one thing you need before you're ready to get into a relationship is yourself. Now think about it. Imagine you try to get into a relationship without yourself. So technically the person you're in a relationship with is in a relationship by themselves. Why? Because you're not in that relationship. Yourself is not in that relationship. But you wonder, how can that be? The reason is, I'm not talking about of yourself as a physical person. I'm talking about you as an identity, knowing who you are, knowing what your passions are, what your purpose is, what your dreams, what you like, what makes you you, not just the flesh and the blood, or that you have a degree in this or that. What makes you you? You could have a relationship with God, okay, but you may not know who you are. You still need to go to God and have the revelation of who you are, of what makes you unique, what makes you different. In other words, Dr. Miles Monroe mentioned this when he talks about singleness. It's about you getting to know yourself, like yourself, get comfortable with yourself, know all your defects, know all your insecurities, know everything that in quotes is wrong with you, deal with those, appreciate you for who you are. So when you're entering in a relationship, you are not empty looking for someone to fill you, because that's what many people do. They don't know who they are, so they're trying to find themselves in other people. How crazy is that? You need to find yourself in God. This is different from you having a relationship with God. You could go to church, you could spend time in prayer, but you don't spend time to say, Father, reveal who I am to myself. What was I born to do? I mean, you look at scriptures, before every child of destiny was born, from Gideon to Samson to John the Baptist to Jesus, an angel appears and tells their parents who this child is and how they should carry themselves throughout life. So who are you? You don't have an answer to that question and you're quick to get into a relationship. Who is in the relationship? We don't know who is in that relationship. Relationships are all about you giving to the other person giving also to you. So you need to first of all be full before you can afford to overflow into another person's life, and they too being full overflow into your life. But if you're empty and you get into a relationship, you don't know yourself, you don't know who you are, you don't know what makes you you. As a matter of fact, you even hate spending time by yourself. You are scared of your own thoughts. You have things in your closet you refuse to face and address and deal with. Then you will become a leech to whoever you're in a relationship with, because you keep trying to suck the life out of them to fill your own vessel, thinking that is how you're finding yourself. So I'm going to ask you again, who are you? Who are you? You need to spend time with God to be able to answer that question effectively. Because once you're in a relationship and then it turns out the person doesn't appreciate you for who you are, the only reason where you see people still stay there and be treated like nonsense is because they don't know who they are, they don't know their worth, they don't know their value, they have no esteem. Or on the other hand, when someone is trying to leave you and you feel like your whole world is coming down, you tell this person, you're my light, you're my this, you're my dad, you're the sunshine. If you leave, everywhere will be dark. It's because they don't know who they are. And that's why there is a problem in our society. So being a believer is a good thing. Having faith in God, a relationship with God is good. But create time to seek to know from God, who are you? What should drive you? What are your motivations? What are your passions, your desires, your dreams, your visions, your potentials? What makes you you? What makes you different from every other person out there seeking for a spouse or a relationship partner? You're unique and you're different and you're special. But those aren't just words that we should tell ourselves. We should understand what makes for that uniqueness, because once you've appreciated that, you become, in essence, single, meaning you are whole, you are complete, you are satisfied in yourself, you have a great life, you're pursuing something. Your life is not centered around someone or around some idea that can evaporate any time from now. But you're actually living intentionally, purposefully, making a difference in the world. Now, when that kind of a person gets into a relationship, now imagine two of such people, then you can say there are two people in a relationship. So, do you know who you are? Are you in a relationship? Is the person you're in a relationship with in a relationship by themselves, or they are in there with someone? Or maybe it's the other way around. Are you in a relationship alone thinking you're with someone because they're basically just sucking and draining the life out of you? Or are they actually contributing also as an independent individual with value and worth? So think about that. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you're new to this channel, hit that bell so you don't miss our next videos. A big shout out to our patrons. Thank you for helping us create content like this. You can do same. The link is down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.